Hello again, and welcome back to this episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Milan. Hope everybody is doing well. I myself enjoyed my last game so much that I decided to kind of just roll right into producing another one for you. Perhaps we can maybe release them back to back as well for a celebration of the impending weekend or something, or a celebration just of the fact that we have made it through another day in what has been a relatively crazy recent times, I must say. So, when we last wrapped up, we had recently finished a war with Naples and with Florence. We let Florence off very easy in that war, with the idea that that would enable us to do another war against them very soon and actually directly declare and thereby take Florence, Firenze itself. That's still a very viable option. However, the opportunity to take something from Savoy, including taking everything from Savoy, recently arose, making that original Florence strategy perhaps not as important. But it's good to have multiple options because who knows what happens. One of them could make a big new friend and thereby nix that plan in the bud. So, as for Naples itself, we did take in several provinces, including their main city of Napoli. Almost could have taken one or two more provinces, but I decided to give us a little bit of leeway in the aggressive expansion to give ourselves the opportunity for other adventures up north. Aside from that, I had talked at the end of the episode about trying to vassalize Saluzzo, and I don't believe it's very likely to happen right now, though, because we don't have a border, so we get a malice for that. And a good way of actually gauging whether you could successfully vassalize a new state with modifiers that you may have forgotten is to just look at one of your current allies and look at, could I vassalize them? And look at the positive modifiers, not the negative ones. Those are going to vary too much from state to state. But as you can see, there's not a lot we can do. We have more with them even actually already with, not them, with them, because there we at least have the military power compared to modifier. So because we are not a monarchy, we can't get that plus 10 modifier for having a royal marriage. The only other modifiers we could get are trust-based. If we were a great power, we could try to influence them, or things like that. But our options are limited. I don't see it happening very soon, so we're not going to really try right now. Maybe an opportunity to try will come up later. We'll monitor the situation, see if our economic base compared to them gets better, but that modifier takes a long time to go down, as I'm sure many of you are aware. It does not scale in any sort of understandable linear fashion. All right, so we did have one outstanding dilemma at the last episode as well, and something that I kind of really went back and forth on there for a minute or two at least. Who should be our new rival? Because we don't have a lot of good options here, and I like to pick rivals that I actually can rival. I was almost going to make an exception in this case and say we'll make it like Denmark, who's totally irrelevant to us and on the other side of Europe. But I'm not going to do that. I am going to make it Castile, because maybe we have an opportunity to do something against them independent of something happening in Venice. Why not? France doesn't like them. Maybe we can talk them into helping even if they're not in the best of shape. So, Castile it is. We're in the big boy league now. All right, our new rival. Nothing else to do. We still have this mission here, but I just kind of want to save it until we need to maybe push an institution. Or till whenever. We'll see. Maybe if we go on a big construction spree, but that's not very rational either. And no other huge reminders on the top for us. Nothing else here that I really want to be building at this exact moment either. Will be fine. Save our money for mercenaries, which we might be needing. All right, let's get our diplomat home. And let's actually then put that diplomat up to something down in the Castilian territory. We're going to build a spy network there and get at least one claim up somewhere on Castilian territory. I want the options open. Options are nice. We can also pull this fella out of Trent. Take a look at our vassals. 137, 110. We could actually probably annex Mantua a lot sooner than Corsica. The problem is Corsica is just a lot more useless. No, it's less valuable. They have to get their troops to the shore. They don't have a fort. Mantua has a fort they're paying for, so we have a 3-fort line there. We could, in principle, even get rid of both of ours, but I love how this complicates things for the enemy here. If fort zones of control overlap, that creates complications. Surprised it doesn't create one with our capital here sometimes. I've actually seen that happen where you're kind of like where they march through a line, even if there's a gap. But because of the way this is laid out, it's fine. And I want to leave it that way then. So we are going to improve with Corsica then. It's going to be some time till we can actually annex them anyways, about 2 years. So that'll keep our diplomat busy for a little while. But our relations with everybody else are quite high, and we haven't got a lot of other stuff to be occupying ourselves with. So might as well, because we've got too many truce timers. Why can't you drill? You don't have a general. Ah, yes, my general died. I forgot about that. That fella's got a corruption discount, but he's also elderly. I'm still going to probably re-elect him at least once, though. One day we'll have a general who we can actually re-elect more than once. I guess we're going to... I mean, not a general. I got that mixed up because he is a captain and defender. We will have a captain and defender who we can re-elect for 20, 30 years happily and tank our Republican tradition. But on the notes of generals, we do want to recruit one here. Let's cross our fingers then. 4 and 10. Yes, he's quite well balanced. I like him a lot. I hope that he survives till we need him. And let's drill our troops. We have such a good income that we don't need to worry about it. We could definitely merc up and take on somebody a little bit bigger. Oh, what's happening up here? An awful lot of troop movement for nothing happening. Interesting. They scared me. I will abandon an ally if it comes down to it. Must maybe just been these pretender rebels that scared everybody. Got all the troops scurrying about. Alright. We are expecting trade. That is good. Still have hope points here. Alright, good. We have 10 invested. I'm not going to invest more. We're going to invest in getting some mercantilism up shortly. They're not winning that battle handily, I must say. Extension of the livestock monopoly. That does remind me again, the estates. I used to be better at remembering this, but I think stepping away from the game for a little while, this is one of the first things you forget. Oh yes, check my estates all the time. So let's summon the Diet, even though I would love to wait and have them maybe let me annex Corsica without a dip rep hit. That'd be nice. So, agenda of the Diet. We can build a manufactory, way too early game for that. Increase our manpower in Modena, and we get almost nothing for it, just some extra manpower, and we're almost capped out. Not useful either. Or 20% more trade power in Alexandria. Oof, these are not very friendly, and we don't get a lot for that either. We get a trade advisor that we could afford, but I'm kind of comfortable just leaving it at 1s for now, or at 2 at most, preferably a discounted 2. We still have any discounted level 2 advisors floating around? Nope, we do not. However, we do have an improved relations guy here. We're going to move him in. Spy networks are nice, but yeah, burning that aggressive expansion off a little bit quicker is also nice. I am not a big fan of any of these, really. What is Pisa producing? I'm guessing wine or something. Yep, exactly. And how much trade power do we have down in Escandria? 9%. We'd have to send the whole trade fleet and then some. Probably twice as many. What is our current actual trade power listed as? Milan, 45. Yeah, that means we'd have to at least double it, and our fleet is not going to even get close to that in trade power. I thought it used to say... oh well, trade power 2 times that, 24... Oh, no. Wouldn't even be close. We'd have to have twice the size of that fleet. So, I guess we're just going to get the extra manpower then. Gotta do something. Base manpower, at least 4 in Modena. What a waste of our points. And I don't want to build more troops right now either. Not particularly. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm going to build one more cav, just because I like even numbers. We could build a lot more artillery and plow through those sieges a little bit quicker, too. Tempting, tempting. We've got the money. Alright, let's increase the base manpower then in Modena. I will switch over then to the Encourage Development Edict for that, even though it slows down our centralization efforts. Every point counts here. Get you up to 4 and advance. Pardon. Death of a merchant. More money. A skill 3 advisor. I don't like hiring philosophers. But the 15 prestige is great. Foreign plots, more events. Oof, 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 oof. That's bad choices either way around. I'm gonna go with the Republican tradition then. And with that extra money, we'll do something I don't like to do, and hire this philosopher. Well, he's still more expensive than a level 2 guy. How bad is our inflation? Not bad. But yeah, let's get the inflation guy for a while then. We've got enough money in the bank as well, so let's get them. Philosophers I don't like because, there we go, there is a new state for us, or 2 maybe. That one's not ready quite yet. Let us state that up though. And we'll state up the other regions as well. Is he? Nope, he is not working on centralization. That's good. The other core's not quite done, but getting close. This probably will be a relatively slow episode unless time moves a lot quicker than this. Seems to be moving very slow, maybe because I'm so eager to see if we can attack here against Savoy. That was again in 99, 4 years. Ooh, yeah. So still a long way away. So let's state that up as well and get centralization also going in that region. We will have to re-core all of these as well as soon as we've got a bit of extra admin. Kind of makes me wish I had not utilized all my admin for the admin group, but that's all right. We're going to be accruing it pretty quickly here now. The sooner we get those stated, the better our force limit gets. Does probably mean we can build some buildings down there. Nope, nothing of interest at least. Verona, surprisingly, can take a workshop. All right. And another barracks somewhere. Cremona. I like to leave these slots in Genoa a little bit open for a while. Probably, I would guess we've got another capacity for our fleet. Yep, so let's get another bark. We'll be getting a flagship up pretty soon, don't worry. What do we have there? Oh, we've already got one. Alright, go and protect trade with your buddies. That is all alright. I actually don't like galleys even in the Mediterranean when I am such a small country, because you are limited by your fleet capacity. And a galley, even if it's better here, is still not going to be quite the equivalent of one heavy. So when you have a smaller country and you need to punch above your weight in the Mediterranean, you kind of have to go heavies. Alright, that port does not need to be up there though. That can save us a little bit of money. Nobody down there can attack us immediately. Still have a couple forts up there. Pirates. I should probably put some people on pirate patrol. You guys do pirate patrol? Sure, you're not going to do much good. There's only 2 of you, but it's a start. Alright, we're still improving relations. We are building the spy network there still. Nobody is going to war anymore. That's kind of nice, except down here. Venice is at war against Ragusa and Austria. Over what? Defender against Ragusa in the Ragusan conquest of Visoki. Bosnian territory. Independence was guaranteed by Venice. Interesting. That does mean, of course, there's nothing we can do to take advantage of that, really. Except attack Castile. Where should we get this claim? We're never going to get really good access through there, which is a reason why we probably should have secured that. But I also don't think we're going to really be able to defend this. This, you know, probably they'll give access to our enemies, so it'll be okay. This, they're going to have a navy much better than ours. And so we won't be able to defend it. So I'm going to get a claim up there. Even though there's a fort there, it's not exactly an easy-to-attain war goal. Let's get our diplomat home now. And look at declaring war here. I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to look. Portugal would join in. Of course, France wouldn't come. Still in debt. Oh, massively, massively in debt. Yeah, and I'm not going to pay that much off for them. Like, that's a no. Even the Pope wouldn't come. They all know that's a fool's errand. I was mainly looking because I thought maybe Venice would be willing to, you know, pop out of that war, but no, they're not. We do it this way, on the other hand, we could get the Pope to come in. Burgundy still also not willing to come in. Also massive debt. I'm going to have to find a new ally. I should not have chosen Castile and should have just allied them, but they have land that we naturally want. It would make no sense at all. So how would the numbers look there? We'd be about half outnumbered. They'd have a problem consolidating their forces, though, so we'd be a little bit okay. We're not going to do it right now, but we can sort of think about it. It would be great to just get France in. They might end up just losing, though, and losing war score for us, and that would be sad. All right, so not a lot of options open to us. We should probably get a claim also, though, up on Provence, in the likelihood that perhaps England abandons them and we can snag something down here independent of anything that Savoy has, in case that Savoy adventure does not happen. Again, options are very good. Oh yeah, I've kind of gone slow time. That's why I was wondering, like, time seems to be going really slow. I apologize for that, and I've been going at it for a while like that. Ugh, I'm not going to re-record the episode, though. I'm sorry about that. I'll go a few minutes over to kind of make up for it, and we'll try not to do much pausing. Okay, our vassal bribed one of our cardinals to move. Memmingans, that war is still going on. Oof, oof, long war, long war. What is our force limit again? I want to take one more look at that. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to build 1, 2, 3 cannons, so we have a full cannon line. It's going to reduce our income a little bit, but not substantially compared to how much we have coming in. And there's nothing even we can really build anymore. We've built most of the buildings. That means that they also built buildings down here. Good job. An election, yay! Should we re-elect the guy again? We did take a little bit of a hit in our Republican tradition there for a while, so it might be worth it not to. He's older. I tell you what, no, we've had 2 guys die in the early 50s. We're just going to elect somebody else. He's 57, so that doesn't help either. But he does have a nice trait, at least. Maybe we'll take a risk on him. All right, one more of these guys coming up. Get you also protecting trade in Genoa. That brings our trade fleet up to 14. How are we looking then on the fleet? All right, okay, we are at limit. We'll get another... Did I build I built a shipyard in Corsica. That was foolish. We'll leave it there, though. I wonder why it showed up so bright on my radar. It's okay. All right, we're taking a little bit of a hit there. Let's move these guys somewhere. Get rid of the mercs. Let's send the mercs... Oh, gosh. This doesn't matter, actually. There is an event that will affect the province that the mercs happen to be sitting in. So it's best if you don't put them in a province that's of particular importance to you. Alright, that costs a little bit, but, you know, if we get desperate for money, we can lower their maintenance. We are still doing quite comfortably. But we still have 3 years until our next truce ends, at least. Unless something interesting happens. Not quite. We are in a position that we could take some more land. The next time I can call this is in 99. I mean, we'll lose some of the benefits for a little while, but just a little while. I think we should do it. Keeps things safer. Hopefully we don't get some event. Watch it, we'll get an event now next month. Improvements in land technology. Let's spare no expense. We're going to be getting some discounts here soon enough. We could get another economic idea now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to start coring up some of the more valuable provinces down here, particularly Naples. And go. In fact, they can all go. We're going to do it sooner or later. Let's do it now. And now we've got like nice even numbers across the board there. Yep, and that's plenty. Age of Reformation. Oh, so we've lost our war taxes, free war taxes benefit. We should get rid of that then. And we've also lost the aggressive expansion reduction, which is a shame. When we look at the goals here, I'm uncertain we're going to get any of these. So this might be a relatively unspectacular era for the Republic of Milan. We could join the Reformation. Not looking particularly like a wildfire spreading across Europe, though, so I'm not tempted. One time I had a great Naples game, and I did flip over to Reformed. Because I had very few options, so there was something that forced my hand on that strongly. You're never forced totally, but strongly. And I flipped, and the coalition that formed against me was, you know, the size of a coalition against Denmark. And so that game ended a bit prematurely. It was just impossible to manage them all with all the enemies I had, because I had expanded pretty rapidly all the way up the peninsula. All right, so we have enough of a spy there in Provence, so we can bring them home and get a claim up in the one province that we have a border with. You never know. Let's get that spy home. They actually like us, but, you know, you're in good area to be eaten. Papal State would come. France would not. They are dipping down on their debt a little bit. We could always rely on England just being distracted and maybe not coming, or not getting troops there in time to help. But the turf isn't worth enough, especially when there's land here that's more important, i.e. same culture group and all of that. Venice hates us so much that even with, you know, half their cities occupied, they're still willing to come and defend Castile if we declare on them. Oh, well, that's the way it is. I don't know that we're going to make much progress against that block until somebody's willing to help us out. All right, there we go. Help out some countries with military access. Naval Doctrine. How much is that going to cost us? 105. Which one would you guys like? The way I see it, it's either this one, chance to capture enemy ships, or ship trade power. Galley combat ability, as I said previously, I'm not going to go galley heavy, despite being in the Mediterranean. So I am leaning actually just purely towards ship trade power. Chance to capture enemy ships is nice, but if you have the money to pay for them anyways, you don't need to capture them. It does, you know, reduce your enemy's strength, but whatever. We're going with that. Rumors spreading that the Ottomans are going to attack the Mamelukes. It's a shame we don't have any claim. Expand into new frontiers. Okay. That's a pretty bad event. I really, this is the way that the game takes care of the fact that republics do not lose stability when the leader dies, I guess. So let them complain, lose the stability, or 25 admin away. We would have a slight benefit on stability cost modifier, but morale of armies, minus 10% for 10 years. Yeah, no. We're going to take the stability hit on this occasion. It's really the only viable option. You can't take a morale hit like that. You're just asking to get eaten. It's alright. We paid with Pope points to get that anyways. It was nice while it lasted. Social mobility. Oh, no. This is the kind of event that comes at just the wrong time. Alright. Because this is the bad option. We must protect the ancient rights of the other estates, and you lose just all sorts of stuff. But either way, you're losing massive amounts of loyalty for one of the estates. And in this case, for two of the estates, and we just seized land. One of the mechanics that I think punishes you unfairly. Not really, but that so much could come down to just bad timing. It makes you very hesitant to ever hit these buttons because unless you have 100%, or we would have had to have, that takes what, 20%, and this is taking another 20. So we would have had to have in excess of a 70% loyalty for both of them to make sure that we didn't get rebellions here. We may get a little rebellion here, so we gotta wait for a little while till our army morale climbs back up. And get a economic idea. Maybe. But I'm tempted to hold on to it unless we actually have to build something. It is the construction cost discount. Alright, we're going to have to do this one. It will make our advisors cheaper. We now have an unloyal estate, the clergy. We're going to be that way for a while. No rebellion, though. Probably there's going to get a little bit of some sort of faction building up, though. Oh, we lost the papal controller slot again, but at least it's our ally. That's nice. I've been wasting my free diplomat there, I see. As long as he's free, let's do a quick check and see if anybody's willing to abandon their allies, but I don't think so. Nope, we'll just wait then, because we are 2 years away from a war there, and also here, also 2 years away. So we're going to have a little bit of a choice on to who we give our attention, but yeah, that's all right. New idea, plutocratic will get us innovativeness, then that we will take. It also gives us goods produced, which we can immediately benefit from, and the prestige as well, we will immediately benefit from. But I'll hang on to the admin points in case we have to core something soon, and that will be determined mainly by who ends up being the target here. That is a really good city, but I would like to secure some of this. Our AE is high enough that it could be that if we take that city, we actually do have a little bit of a coalition even, so maybe we don't want to do that. Maybe we actually prefer to focus down here a little bit longer. Yeah, so I'm leaning towards Savoy, in case you couldn't tell that. In the keeping with that idea, we will start building a spy network there. It's a little bit early, but it should be fine, I hope. Alright, development cost reduction from the Pope. I'm not even sure I want to actually throw my hat in again. Alright, once more. Like I said, I don't usually win lotteries. I'm tempted to get a different Merc band. Maybe at the very end of this episode, which we should wrap up. I would have already started wrapping it up, but if I hadn't been running on 3-speed for a while there, disappointed you guys. Again, don't like seeing all that movement amongst my allies. The trial. So again, we have the trial event. We're going to get some Republican tradition since we are a bit shy at the moment. We'll also lose some corruption, which is useful. All of it, exactly. You can actually use that a little bit to try to get some extra money here, but it's not enough reduction to make it totally pay for itself, so only generally good. Alright, we went in the negative on our military points now, but that's fine. So as I was saying, at the end, we'll check out what our other mercenary band options are. I'd also like to build a new level of professionalism. Excellent. I would like to build. Oh, yay! Even better. Every time I say I would like to build, I should start saying I would like to build more often because good things happen then. Alright, Da Vinci was an Italian painter, draftsman, sculptor, architect, and engineer whose genius, perhaps more than any other figure, epitomized the Renaissance humanist ideal. And so on and so on. His notebooks reveal a spirit of scientific inquiry and mechanical inventiveness that were centuries ahead of their time. A true Renaissance man. The Tuscan Catholic natural scientist Leonardo da Vinci joins our court. And we get 50 dip, mill, and admin. He is a skill 3 production. So let's accept that. Pause. And see how much he would cost us. Only 17 to hire, 498 a month. We'll get him. The current one is about the same. We'll be spending a bit more, but we are making more money now anyways. And he will pay for himself a little bit due to the production efficiency that he offers. So let's hire him. It's foolish not to when you get to an event like that. That will help us really roll in the extra admin as well. Meaning that I will take this construction cost thing now just to keep on top of it. Because otherwise I will forget and I'll build something expensive. So, as I was saying, I would like to build. View positive event? No. Nope, not in this case. Venice sent a gift to somebody. Probably we could attack, actually, now. Let's roll this out. I just want to see if we could attack and not have Venice come in. They've got to be tired enough. No, they're still not. They're like full occupied. Oh, wow. And France is never willing to come in. But that is getting chipped down. Good job, France. Good job. Alright. We do have a diplomat home. Should we do anything else with him while we're here? Tell you what we should do. Check this. 99. Alright. November of 99. We're going to get up to that time period. I want to do a quick little survey here. Who's maybe not thrilled with us? Allied with Venice. Of course you are. Might be a way to attack Venice indirectly then. Build spy network. Now I'm wishing I had kept that build spy network advisor. I'm going to be building a lot of spy networks. I may end up pulling him out as well, to be honest, because I may need him in the war effort. Yeah, that may be an excellent opportunity to go through. Oh no, it won't. Because this. Siena is still a free city of the Empire. Unless... yeah, I'm going to check this. It's not going to actually help us, but I want to just show you. Attack Siena. They have a transfer trade agreement, so it doesn't matter anyways. Alright, back to spying. What I was thinking is... whether... No, they're not at war, though. Because Venice was here. I was thinking that Austria was at war with Venice, which should have meant that this would somehow complicate them coming to the defense of Siena, but not in this case. They attack Venice directly, which would be lovely, then yes. But in this case, no. The Austrians still love us. Crazy people. Let's get up to 99, so that at the very least, the next episode, we can engage in some new conflicts right away. Though I shouldn't, you know, be warring all of the time. The last 3 episodes, I believe, there was pretty much constant conflict. More national unrest. Excellent. You can see how nice this stacks, especially with plutocratic. We just conquered these territories, and there's like 0.6 unrest. Very good. Swiss exile. Dietrich Honecker, a political exile. His services will be useful. Well, of course, we will take that, get the prestige. And maybe we'll think about hiring him. We do need extra mill points now, too. Let's take a look. He's also then, yes, coming in at almost 5 a month. We're making 13, despite being at full army maintenance. I see no point not to. We can always get rid of him later if we realize that we are needing more money. Let's hire the Swissman. Let's check our building slots again. It keeps on seeming crazy that we don't have more to build. I could, of course, build more workshops, but I don't really like building them where the trade good is just something like wheat. Because they're not going to really pay off, and you might end up wanting to put something else there, such as let's maybe put a shipyard somewhere, one that actually is useful. All right, let's put it in Pisa. Again, keeping slots in Genoa down, and that will allow us to build a flagship pretty soon. So importing iron, we always just don't even need to read this first one. Positive opinion by Trent is always a nice thing because they're close. They're one of the possible members of a coalition. But to mercantilism, you just don't pass up. Tea time. All right, let's check the exact dates we're looking at here. We're looking at August of 99, and we are looking at May of 99. All right, stop you guys' drilling. Spy network in Savoy is, yes, coming along nicely. Let's get to May, though, before we jinx ourselves and even look at who have they got as allies. Irrelevant, but we can start moving them over here. Venice has made peace. And it is almost time that we can check that out. All right, another election. That's a difficult one. Tell you what, we are slightly behind on Mill. Let's switch to military person. See if we can't kind of run the gauntlet there and finish this plutocratic idea group before switching back to a admin guy for a longer duration. All right, stability cost modifier, not particularly useful. Now we just wait for May to roll around. Though there's a temptation to wait longer. There we go. Truce with Savoy has ended. And troops are immediately on the move. Oh god! Well, why they're marching to the border, I don't really know, though. It's kind of foolish of them. They are just really ripe for the taking. Florence, of course, is as well. That's going to be quite the difficult decision here. But I think we go for Savoy. And then maybe we try to constrain ourselves there and not take everything, just take stuff for ourselves and not worry about getting all these claims back, because that's more of a long-term kind of goal. We do need a diplomat if we're going to do that. And that way we can actually take Faenza as well directly afterwards. So, we've got big decisions to be made. In the beginning of next episode, we will make that decision. Heading into Savoy for territorial conquest, or for perhaps a full vassalization. Or heading into Florence and taking Faenza finally, maybe grabbing a few more things from Naples. And also whether we want to replace our mercenary unit here with somebody a little bit more beefy, and building a flagship. What exactly capabilities we want that flagship to have. The extra trade power I'm leaning heavily towards, but I'm open to other suggestions on what you guys like on your flagships. If you don't own the expansion that has flagships, it's no big deal. They're certainly not necessary. They're kind of a little bit fun once, okay? But you do it once a game and then that's over. So don't pay for it just for the flagships, unless you're really a ship fan. But you can look on the wiki and see what you can deck on those things and give me your ideas. Thank you again for joining me. We didn't fight a war this time. That's almost unusual these days, though. So it's good to have an episode where we kind of let things just level out. We're making really good money, though, have a good force limit, and we have tons of expansion opportunities around us. I will see you again next time. Do like and subscribe while you're here. You might as well. And I would also love to hear a comment or two from you. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, ciao.